Hi there, Inner Peacemaker. My name is Cassandra Kimball, and this is the Inner Peacemaker Parent Podcast, Season 2, Episode 55. This episode is called Taking Care of Yourself After Hating or Disliking How You Look in a Photo. I don't know if you're like me, but this summer we've taken a lot of pictures. And there's one time where my generous stepmom and my biological dad, they're so kind and spent a lot of money to plan and prepare for a family reunion, this beautiful resort. And the place was amazing. We had so much good food. There were really connective moments. And we had a time where we took like a big group picture and some family pictures. And I've noticed that when I zoomed in on like some of our family pictures to like look at like are my kids smiling? Are their eyes open? Right? All that stuff. I was noticing that when I zoomed up on myself, I heard in my head, right? I'm getting more fat. Or oh, or look at my arms. Why are my arms so flabby? Right? Just like these really negative, unkind things that I was thinking about myself. Um, And then I had a moment of adding on to that big feeling of like disgust and anger towards my body. I added on a layer of guilt of like, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. They paid for us to have like these nice family pictures, right? So now there's guilt on top of those big feelings of disgust and anger, right? That are layered on top of it. And in the past, I would have just kind of like just brush it aside or delete the photo or try not to think about it or try to be grateful, right? That's how the old past versions of me would handle that. And you can. You can totally keep doing that if that works for you. I just found that doesn't work for me. And I've noticed one of the biggest things I've noticed is that that energy, that feeling of, so the biggest feelings were anger and disgust. When I when I don't sit with those emotions and process them with God's light and love, when I don't take time to be still, I notice this is what happened. At least this time, this summer. I noticed when I didn't process that with God, that those negative feelings trickled into my desire to exercise, which you might be like, oh, that's a good thing. But I don't think it's a good thing because it was triggering, it was motivating me to exercise, but from this place of anger and disgust. And I have a really good friend actually that uses that to motivate her. She once had a person come into her work and ask if she was pregnant, and she's not. And that fueled her to be like, I need to exercise. And so to her, that's okay to have that if you want. I just don't want to feel that way to exercise. I don't want to intentionally feel that way. Like if I could choose. I remember Brooke Castillo once saying, sometimes our feelings are like a butler that comes in with this tray of emotions and he's like, here, look at this beautiful tray of this platter of emotions and feelings. Which one would you like? And if I could choose, I don't want to exercise because I hate my body and feel disgusted by it. That's just me personally, right? Like I said, it works for one of my friends. I don't want it to work for me. So, like, is there another on that platter of emotions that I can choose from? And I just submit to you, just as an idea, because it keeps working for me. I just keep wanting to choose on that platter of emotions that you can choose from, right? Is kindness. If we keep choosing that, if we keep choosing kindness, it just feels so good. And I've noticed when I choose that purposely, I want to be still with God in my emotions. Like, hey, I'm feeling some anger and disgust. And then I sit with those. And I intentionally say with God because when I'm imagining like His light included to like be able to really see, right, with more light, right? Like I have some light in this room. With more light, I'm able to see better. And then with His love, I can just have so much kindness towards it. Just be like, instead of trying to rush through the emotion or like, okay, you feel that way, let's get over it. Like instead of that, I can really hear out those emotions and be so kind to them. I wrote down some of the feelings I had. So I wrote, with God's light and love shining on those emotions, I can more kindly see them and hear them out. I heard anger talk about how long it took my body to lose that extra weight. Just pause real quick for my reading. So I moved this summer. My family and I moved to a different state, and I quickly gained some weight this summer. And so when I was using God's light and love to process anger and disgust, I could just feel so much kindness. Like, he went through a big thing this summer. It was hard. It was hard to move my family. It was sad, right? I can hear some sadness coming up. And so my awesome body was trying to cling on to extra food, was trying to comfort myself with food. So, see, when I immediately switched to like including God, I can feel how kind I am already feeling towards those emotions instead of like, oh, how awful. How could you? How could you eat extra food when you're going through this big thing? It's like it switches to this kindness mode of how sweet are you to try to take care of Cassandra? Thank you, body, for trying to take care of me this summer when I was going through a lot of big feelings. It just feels so much more loving to process emotions with God instead of just shoving them aside or just layering on guilt, like I was saying I did this summer for a little bit. Just feels so good, doesn't it? I hope that you'll try it too, if it supports you. Um, so I'd heard anger talk about how long it took my body to lose the extra weight. I heard disgust share how flabby and socially unacceptable parts of my body were, right? Like I'm just being open and just hearing everything that she's saying. I don't like try to edit it while she's talking or anything. That I'm saying she, those parts of me, right? Disgust is like, just want to tell you all the things, right? And then you kind of hear, I notice that I have roots of different emotions that come from roots of like past experiences, past memories I have of like a family member sharing how ugly extra fat is. And so in my head, I can hear that voice again of that family member saying it. And I can, oh, excuse me. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Needed some children needed some help with some things, so now I'm back. Um, okay, so I lost where I was, but I think I'm talking about the root of sometimes we have those big feelings that come from past memories, moments with other people, and sometimes they can be really rooted in there. So, um, after I just really kindly hear out those emotions, hear out disgust, hear out anger, then I just want to show one way for me to show so much kindness to that emotion, those emotions, is just to say genuinely, I'm sorry you feel that way, right? We're just talking, just this, all of this is just inner work, right? We're just trying to communicate to ourselves and be like, I'm so sorry. That would be really hard. That'd be hard to gain weight after taking all that time to lose it. That would be hard to feel extra weight on your body. That would be hard to feel like you're not very attractive, that you're ugly. That would be hard to feel that way, right? We're just being so kind and genuine to those parts of us that are wounded, that are hurt. All these things just feel, all these different steps, they just feel so kind to me to listen to the emotion, to say you're sorry, that those things are hurting. And then the next and final step that I usually do is just say, like, what can I do to help that emotion? What can I do to help out anger and disgust? What can I do? Right, so I can go forward with hope. So, because I was wondering, I'm like, do I need to throw away that outfit that I didn't like myself in? Because I remember when I was even dressing for the pictures, and I'm like, oh, these are a little snug, more snug than usual. So I'm like, do I need to get rid of that outfit? Do I need to get rid of the picture? And this time, I don't think I do. But another thing I was thinking, I'm like, I think this time I just needed to listen to it with kindness, hear it out. And because I'm already noticing when I look at that picture now, I'm already feeling more love and kindness towards that picture, towards myself in it. Like, oh, I had a harder summer. My body was reacting a little bit to that. See, it just comes out with so much love. And so I think that's all I needed, right? What is needed? That was what was needed, just to hear myself out. So I remember writing down this. I was like, a key point that I've thought about all of this is it's just really beneficial to take time to be still with your emotions, to be still with God. I like calling it being still because it takes a moment. It takes a moment of just pausing, just literally stopping from always doing. I feel like I sometimes always do, and I'm doing a lot of things. And so just to literally stop, take a breath, and just listen to what I'm feeling and be so kind to it. It makes such a difference to me. So that's a key point to be still with the emotion with God and let that so the negative energy that could come from anger and disgust doesn't ripple into other areas of your life. Remember, like I was saying, how before I listened, it started to ripple into the way that I was going to work out in the mornings, that I was going to work out from this place of anger and hating my body instead of from a place of, right, like I'm choosing from that platter of emotions, right? Like I'm choosing to choose kindness. So I'm like, instead, now when I work out in the morning, I'm like, I am being so kind to my body. I'm doing this out of kindness and because I love myself. I love this gift that God has given me. That's what I want to feel when I work out in the mornings. So, yeah, that key point of just making sure that I work through my emotions so that I don't have that space of the negative energy coming in. I've listened to it and I've been so loving towards it. So now that it's turned to kindness, and that can ripple into other areas of my life. So I love that. I hope this has been a helpful episode to you. I'm excited to be back. And I genuinely mean that. I did have a few weeks because I've taken some weeks break from recording podcasts. And I did go through some reflection of, do I want to keep doing this? Because it does take energy, it takes time. And I still feel that this is something good for me because I care about me, that this is good for me. And I hope it's good for other people, for one other person. I hope it is. So, and I don't know if it is for other people, but I hope it is. And so I have felt that it's something that I could keep doing. And so I want to. So I'm here happily starting season 2 with you guys. And I hope you feel my genuine desire to be helpful and to always include God into what I'm doing. He's so important to me. He's so willing to bless and to help us. And I just want to tie him into everything in my life. And I hope that I do that in this work too. And I just want you to know that you are loved by God, perhaps more than you even know. It's a lot of love that he has for you. I believe that with everything inside of me. And good luck with if you have any picture that you've been feeling negative feelings towards. I hope this process can help you. I hope you try it out. Listen to the emotion, show so much kindness towards it, and then ask what is needed to see how you can go forward with hope. So, you got this, inner peacemaker. You can have those crazy pictures and you'll know what to do with them. So, take care, inner peacemaker. Bye bye.